than 17 tanker trailer crashes were recorded on Nigerian roads, with the yearly average of 1,148 cases and monthly average of 96 crashes. The above statistics are no doubt alarming, but what is more alarming is the near failure of the existing institutional and legal framework to reverse or mitigate this ugly situation. This bill seeks to allow the creation of Petroleum Tanker Safety Department to oversee the use of tanker trucks for transportation of petroleum products and generally collaborate with other relevant agencies to ensure effective regulations and safety issues relating to petroleum freight industry. Accordingly, this bill is divided into 5 major parts, subdivided into 41 clauses. Part 1 of the bill contains the objectives and scope of bill, while Part 2 of the bill is on the proposed measure for enforcing the provisions of the bill.
Petroleum products ideally are supposed to be transported through the pipeline or railway, as Senator Taji said. Unfortunately, we have certain petroleum depots established in this country. Millions of dollars have been spent in establishing this depot. And unfortunately, most of the pipelines have been vandalized. So we should do whatever is humanly possible to restore the transportation of petroleum products through the pipeline. Secondly, Mr. President, thousands of lives have been lost as a result of this. Petroleum products are being carried from Lagos to Maiduguri, from Port Harcourt to Maiduguri or to Sokoto, and at times, these petroleum tanker drivers drive throughout the night, no rest, no recreation. They continue driving. Some of them even take drugs to ensure that they remain awake. And this is very, very dangerous. So if we have this transit park, it will certainly reduce accidents. It will also provide recreation centers for tanker drivers.
Is a way of addressing some of these fears which are real and germane. We've heard tanker drivers with their petroleum products causing all kinds of mayhem. The one that happened on Isha a few weeks ago is still fresh in our memory. So I believe that as a responsible parliament, we must join hands to address this problem. One of the things we need to do is to ensure that some of these drivers will move their products only at night, not during the day when there are other vehicles plying the highways, or if, in fact, even in the cities. The second is to ensure the roadworthiness of the tankers themselves, starting from the construction to the time to get to the depot. It must be certified that the tankers are in roadworthy conditions and that the materials and metals used in constructing them are such that can be able to ensure safety on the roads. The other thing we need to do, which is what's happening in most countries, is to ensure that petroleum products are delivered through pipelines to even the filling stations. In some cities, you will never see a tanker drive on the road because each filling station is linked to a central depot where the products are fed to the stations. So until we get to that stage where we're able to develop smart cities that will be able to accommodate that, we must ensure that our tanker drivers deliver these products only at night.
It is important to support this bill to serve as a guide to help the tanker drivers in bringing out the right tanker to be used on our roads. The most important thing that we have to note, which causes the most accidents that we have on the road, is the construction, the status of the tankers. When there is an accident and a tanker was properly constructed, there may not be a leakage. And when there's no leakage, the severity of the accidents might be under check, under control. But as soon as there is that leakage and the tanker falls, the petrol will spill, and from there we have the inferno.
Drivers should not drive for more than 8 hours on that road. And the other problem we have is that drivers carry overload. Most of the tanker drivers carry 60 tons, while our roads are designed for 35 tons weight. And that's why we have these potholes. And when we have these potholes, that's the easy way, or it's one of the ways that you get accidents on the roads. So therefore, there should be restrictions on the weight on the trailers. There should be restriction, and when we decided to put in way bridges, or even when you put the way bridges, it was not an excuse. It's also a way of corruption, because some can carry extra load and pay extra on the way bridges. So therefore, it's very important we control the weight of these vehicles to be limited to the design of our roads.